So as the title suggests, we're going to go through both either Malen or Grealish. Which one is the better card to go for? Now, you've probably already seen that I've already chosen one, and I'm explaining the reason why at the end of the video. But let's go ahead and have a look at Grealish first. So as you can see, he's 4-star, 4-star, 5'11". Looks like a pretty good positional card, left mid, left wing, and cam. Really good rounded stats, absolutely fantastic agility and balance at 90 each. 93 composure is great as well. Pretty good finishing and shot power, great acceleration and sprint speed. Overall, looks like a really nice rounded card. Now, my biggest issue with this card is, and unfortunately is meta-based, he doesn't have quick step or rapid, which means he can't do the speed boost at all or get any sort of pace out wide. Now, in terms of ball control, he's got really good playstyles for that because he hit only finesse shot, but no other passing playstyles apart from whip pass plus, which is fantastic and works really well if you have a really big striker in goal or you're hitting on a counter attack. But if you are struggling to do that, and then he's just not going to offer any pace in terms of that. Even though if you were to stick a hunter on him, if we have a look onto Footbin quickly, you can see as a basic, he's actually 93 rated with his in-game stats. Whether you want to believe these or not, it's completely up to you. But if you were to basically put a chem style like a hunter on to maximize that shooting and pace, see the 94, 91, makes a kill as a 93 rated, a 92 cam. Looks like a really strong card. My biggest concern is his playstyles, though. I can't stress enough how important quick step and rapid are, especially the way the game plays at the moment in the higher divisions. But going back to Grealish in his in-games, you can see here his roles. He's got half winger, which isn't great, winger plus, and wide playmaker plus plus. The only one I think is the best here is inside forward plus, which he's got at left mid. So it means you have to play him left mid. And if we were to compare him to some of the other wingers that are in the Premier League, we've got Gold Salah here. Yes, you could argue 3-star weak foot. Right mid, right wing. Very similar statistics. Very similar play styles. Okay, he doesn't have whip pass, but then he does have finesse. I know Grealish has silver finesse, but he does have rapid, which helps out massively. And again, inside forward plus plus and inside forward plus. Really good play styles. Maybe he's a little bit too expensive for you. You're looking for some cheaper options. We got Foden, who I think is very similar. Again, the weak foot's not quite the same, but this guy can play left wing, right mid, and cam. So very similar to Grealish. Very similar stats to Jack Grealish as well. And in terms of play styles, yes, you could argue he is lacking in those ones. And the same thing. But if we were to have a look how much Foden is on the market, and we could basically compare Foden to Grealish, which I know some of you may disagree with here, but we're just trying to get a basis of a price. He's 15,000 coins. Now, I'm not suggesting that this Grealish card would be around 15,000 coins, but if we have a look at some of the other Centurions who are very similar to him, you can see here we've got very low prices on these cards altogether. Ferran Torres is probably the most expensive one, being in the La Liga, very similar roles. Not play styles or anything like that, so you could argue maybe he's a little bit more. And of course, depending on the pat weight. But that is my biggest concern. But heading back over to the Premier League comparisons, we got Saka, who I won't mention too much. I think Saka's a little bit disappointing this year. 4-star weak, but not skills. Different positionings as well. And then we've got ourselves some of these 84 rated cards. For example, Chiesa is an absolute monster this year. 4-star, 4-star, left wing, right mid striker, very similar to Grealish. Very similar statistics, and again, very similar playstyles. Yes, he doesn't have any playstyle pluses, but this card could be evoed later on. And again, the roles are very similar. Okay, you can play striker, that's the difference. But if we were to have a look at Chiesa's price on Footbin again, you'll see very, very quickly that he is not that expensive either, coming at 22,000 coins. So this is my concern with Grealish in particular. How much would it be on the market? Then, of course, we've got ourselves Diaz with the same sort of thing. 4-star, 4-star, left wing, left mid. Very similar stats. The balance is not the best. Play style is not the best, but he has got quick step again. And then very good rolls. So again, very similar card. And I imagine that Diaz is also very, very cheap compared to some of the other cards available, coming at basically 4,000 coins. So that's my concern with Grealish. Now let's go have a look at the concerns for Marlon. So obviously Marlon's 4-star, 4-star, 5'9", can play left mid, right wing, and striker. So better positions than Grealish. Very similar stats again. Yes, you could argue Marlon's pace is much better. His finishing shot power is better. But the balance and agility and composure are around the same sort of area. In terms of playstyles, this is where the card trumps it massively. He has Quick Step Plus, which is absolutely broken at the moment, hence why the Trackstar Promos has a lot of them. Technical, Flair, and First Touch are okay. Travella's very good with the power shot as well. This guy is so clinical. And again, inside forward plus plus, inside forward plus, inside forward plus, advanced forward plus. So he has better roles in my opinion. Now, in terms of what the card does offer, if we were to compare him to some of the other options here, we've got Brandt and Wirtz here, a couple versions of Wirtz there. We've got Roberto. Now, if we have a look at Roberto's price in comparison and looking at, we'll have a look at forwards again in a second, but Roberto is obviously going to come in at a price around 470,000 coins. Now, that's because, one, this card is ridiculous and can play very good positions. And two, there's just not many wingers in this league at the moment in the Bundesliga that helps out. As you can see, we've got Sane. Of course, we've got Gnabry. And then we start to get very limited choices. Unless you did this Elise card and evoed him, we haven't even got that choice. Adeyemi, who's obviously a teammate of Marlon, very similar card, plays very similar positions, if not the same. Very similar play styles as well. We were to have a look at how much his Adeyemi is on the market, his inform card. Bearing in mind, he's had a couple informs as well, and this is actually his track star card that's in promos at the moment. 360k. So right there, you can kind of get the price range difference. These two get a really strong link together as well, that being Marlon and, of course, Adeyemi. But he does have an inform, and his inform's about 82,000 coins. So it just shows you how good this card is, even with low shooting, and how rare these cards are when you are to link them. Now, other options you've got is Coman. And then we've got basically Gold Marlon here, and there's not many choices after that. Now, if we were to have a look at forwards, you can see here in terms of forwards, we've got some, like, for example, Smolarek can play left wing. Looks okay. After that, we've got the Tell card that's just come out, right mid, left mid, very similar. We've got Mamouche there. There aren't many attackers in the Bundesliga, and this is what the negatives are for this card. Linking him is very difficult. Now, if I flip over to my actual team, you'll see what my team looks like and how I've managed to get the player that I've chosen in. So you can see I actually went for Marlon, and of course, he is limited on chemistry at the moment. The only way I can get more chem on him is if I were to basically get myself a Bundesliga player in. A Dutch player won't do it, so the chemistry is a little bit lacking. But I've got a feeling that EA are going to boost a lot of Bundesliga cards soon, and you can see his record. These are all in Weekend League and 1 game of Rivals. 5 games, 6 goals, 3 assists. He only started 1 game, and that was the Rivals game I just played, and the rest have come off the bench. He's so quick and so clinical. I generally think that Marlon has to be a must, like, basically collect. Now, if you're looking to get SP to get him done, I've done multiple videos on the channel. He is at level 34. You've got 9 days to get him done, ladies and gentlemen, so make sure you get him. But let me know who you're going to choose. I honestly think Marlon's the must get, but again, let me know. Everybody's opinion is different, and they're all welcome in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you in the next video.